This body works for me on Showmax. I want to talk about the conversation between Samke and her mother. Hello, hi, I am Lungi. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. Lately on This Body Works For Me, we've been getting to know the girls more. There has been some manufactured conflict, some unnecessary drama, just manufactured shit. I don't want to dwell on that. What I want to talk about is the real stuff. The real stuff, the ramifications of being a sex worker and the society that we live in, because it's fraught with so much stigma, shame, and not just for you, the sex worker, but also for your family, as in parents, siblings, as well as your children. So Samke is one of the girls on the show. The first couple of episodes, she's been quiet, but on this episode, we got to know her a whole lot better. She, I think, does pornographic content for OnlyFans, and she's quite popular in her area of Ulundi. Samke is a mother of 2 children, of which one of them is 7 years old. I'm not sure who lives with her children at the moment. Maybe her mother, or maybe they live with their fathers, but they visit her and her mother and whatever. And yet, Samke does not sound that much involved into her children's lives. I'm not sure, So what is this conversation between Samke and her mother? Samke has concluded that she needs to give up her children because of the stigma and the shame that is going to be attached to them, because of her profession, because of the fact that she has still chooses to continue with sex work. Okay, and so on this episode, her mother just walked in, probably just hopped off a taxi or a bus from Ulundi, walks into a child's place, and this is the conversation that greets her. And on that note, I think that Samke ambushed her mother with this conversation for content, and I kind of feel like some things you just gotta keep private and keep away from television shows, and I'll expound on that when I get to it. So yes, Samke tells her mama that I want my children's fathers to have full custody of the children, and I don't want to be involved in my children's lives at all. I actually don't want my children to even know that I am their mother. And of course, her mother asked the most important question, but your children know you. Nah, Samke. And so she kind of explains, Samke explains that she, did not have a good childhood, as much as she and her mom have a good relationship right now, but her mom was not always the best mother. Her mother brought a lot of men to the house, and Samke was exposed to way too much that she should never have been exposed to. The conversation between Samke and her mother went left, and I mean left. Okay, to the point that they stopped talking about the fact that Samke wants to give up her children, of which her mother is not in support of. And I understand, she is the grandmother, she has a bond with these children, and her mother asked her another important question, and her mom was like, girl, where do you see yourself in the future with the sex world? When you're 35, when you're 45, will you still be doing this? And you gave up your children to continue to pursue this career. Samke did not really have an answer for that question. She's like, I'll have a company. I'll have companies. And she starts giggling. Girl, what company? But anyways, I kind of get Samke's point. And yet she's wrong. I get that she knows the stigma attached to what she does, and she's trying to protect her children from it, but it's not a situation that you can protect your children from. Giving her children up to be completely and entirely raised by their fathers without any of her input and involvement is not good, because these fathers have families. These children will have other aunts, other cousins, other neighbors that know Samke, that knows who these children's mothers are. And people are mean out there. People are cruel. They will tell these children, and then it will be worse, because these people are going to say, your mother gave you up so she could continue to sell her punani. To the kids, it would be like, mom chose sex work over me, mom chose porn over me. So it's just going to be a double stabbing of the heart. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not going to work. Okay, she can't protect the kids from this. If she keeps the kids, if she keeps the status quo as is, then at least she could perhaps, prepare the kids for when they do find out and do understand what the fuck it is that she does. And she can have talks with them and make them understand her reasonings, as selfish as they are, and try to protect them from the mean people, try to protect them from certain exposures herself. Of course, in partnership with the kids' fathers, because it does seem like her kids' fathers are involved in her kids' lives, so her trying to just give them up in the hope that they will be safe from her bad reputation, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't. What she could do if she really wanted to protect her children is quit it, quit social media, take her children, move somewhere where nobody knows her, nobody knows her children, and start afresh. I mean, she's in Joburg right now. She literally could have come to Joburg with her children to start a new life, not related to porn. And her mom has been saying, but you are educated, you have a degree. Girl is not interested. I mean, of course, having a degree does not automatically guarantee you a job, a career, a good life, but you can try, it can open a particular door here and there. She could be trying if she really cared about her children. Goodness gracious. Now, my next point. I said that this conversation between Samke and her mom went left when Samke started talking about like what she's been through with her mother, the fact that her mother was bringing in a lot of men to the house. Samke was exposed to way too many things way too soon. And as she grew older, Samke herself said that she started sleeping with some of the men that her mother brought to the house. I want to know why. I needed her to expound on that. What's the context? Girl, were you attracted to this man? Did you want this man? You liked this man? Was it transactional? You figured they're giving your mom money for sex, therefore they might as well give you money for sex as well? Were these men coercing you? What is the story? How are you just gonna be sleeping with men that come here to sleep with your mom? So, like, Samke also mentioned something else. Samke is also saying about how her mom keeps asking her if she slept with her stepfather. It's too much, girl. And I kind of feel like the stuff relating to her mom, there's certain details that Samke should not have revealed on the show, Tell your secrets, but perhaps don't tell all of your mom's secrets. She literally could have said, like, due to the types of relationships that my mother was having with men, I did not see her as a good example. I therefore learned to view sex the way that I view it now. I therefore learned to view men the way that I view it now. She really didn't have to put her mother out like that. When you do this thing, you have to protect your family. You have to protect your family. Cannot be exposing your mother like that. Now, her mother's gonna go back to Ulundi, and now her mother's gonna face stigma. They'll be like, yeah, well, Nana, you were sharing men with your child. What kind of a mother are you? And so it's too much. It's unnecessary. Samke is the one who signed up to put all her personal business out there to the whole country to see and judge her on. Why now is she then revealing so much of her mother's baggage as well? Everybody has a past. Other pasts are darker and murkier than others, but just don't do your mother like that. Okay, I mean, in one breath she's revealing her mother's skeletons, in the other breath she's saying my mom is like my best friend. Like, eesh. But on a plus side, Samke did say to her mother, we need to go back to therapy. So number one, I'm glad that they have tried therapy before, and number two, I'm glad that Samke sees the value of therapy. The two of them need therapy, a lot of therapy, not 2 or 5 sessions. Therapy for the next couple of years. There's a lot of generational trauma that needs to be broken. Generational traumas that both of them went through that needs to be broken. They need a lot of self-work to do, a lot of healing to do individually and as a mother and daughter duo. My other issue with this whole setup was them talking about such deep and personal subjects, grown subjects in front of the local brother. This whole thing started, the little brother was in the house. And by the time the mother was like, step out, the child had already heard way too much. And then they took their argument outside to the point that it got so heated. The mother was like, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill myself. The little boy's like, oh God, my mom going to kill me. The boy is now going there hugging, his mother. Very untidy on the part of the production. At some point, producers should have stopped to protect the child from all of this. Put the child away, put the child in somebody's car, to just ensure that the child is safe. Blurring the child's face, and yet the child is exposed to such an adult conversation is not enough to protect the child. So that was very messy and untidy on the part of the production of the show. I'm not here for it, So, the reason I am bringing up this episode with Samke is my previous video that I have done on This Body Works For Me. I did mention that I hope they show, or rather, I hope that they don't glamorize sex work. And I feel like showing us so much details about Samke's life is them not glamorizing sex work. Girl is thinking about giving up her children so that she could continue to sell her punani for money because she's too lazy and she doesn't want to wake up and go to work. Her words, people, not mine. So us as the viewers at home, teenagers, young adults watching this show, because hey, who cares about the age restrictions? Anybody can just, get hold of the remote and watch whatever the heck they want to watch. So to anybody watching this, when just in terms of being a mother, when you are a mother, you're responsible for a whole goddamn new human. To think that you can just give up on that human after you've been involved in their lives, they know you, they see you as their mother, because when you want to continue to live recklessly, is highly selfish. Don't do that. You need therapy for that type of behavior. God damn it. It's a no. There are so many options out there to prevent pregnancy. You really don't need to find yourself stuck with a child if you just, if you are having sex, you will fall pregnant. Therefore, you must be on some type of contraception. Condom is number one, plus something else. A patch, a UID, the pill. There are so many options. Those of you still in university, childless, but exploring your sexuality, living your best life in relationships, whatever, is somebody you're talking to, flirting with, you might want to sleep with them, you haven't yet, whatever, you only have 1 child, 2 kids, don't want more, no kids, no nothing, please, birth control. That is all I have for this video for now on the show. Let us learn from this show, but may we not seek to emulate anything on it. No. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share. Bye-bye.